Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy with the biggest ding digga doom doom dang dees in the city, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy coming back with a brand new video, guys. Today, we got a rumor. We got a big old rumor on our hands. We're going to be covering it, talking about it, all that sort of stuff, all the good stuff you guys are used to. We're going to be doing it in this video. So also, big quick shout out right here, real quick. Just going to point this out. Shout out to RUMOUR for the music, by the way. Big shout out for that one. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, what are we doing today? Well, we got a big rumor, guys. We got a 4chan rumor as per usual. So it's a 4chan rumor, lads. It's fucking 4chan, innit? My point is, we're doing a 4chan rumor, so you just know instantly. I'm going to tell you one thing. It's, you know, keep in mind this is a rumor. Don't take this with instant certainty that this is real. We're only talking about these for fun because there have been rumors in the past from 4chan like this when you least expect it to be real. It's happened in the past, and that's the only reason I'm going through these. I kind of just, honestly, if they were never real and we never had any real ones in the past, I wouldn't really talk about these, and I'd just go, you know, kind of look in different areas for other sort of like little rumors and hints and stuff. But since they have been correct in the past, it's kind of hard to, you know, just disregard them 100%. So let's get into the first rumor of today, guys, or the first rumor of this video, actually, which is going to be this one right here, which was posted on 4chan, of course, the #1 place for your daily dose of rumors. Now, I'm going to be blocking it here with my face cam, which I do apologize for, though I will be moving myself down here, so I don't block the actual screen, so you guys can read this on your own if you want to. If you don't want to watch the video, you can just simply pause the video, pause this thing and read it on your own. Either way, though, also before we get into the actual read down here, I want to ask one final thing, guys. That's just drop a like if you could. It'd be super appreciated. Either way, let's get into the actual content. So, Pokemon Sword and Shield info is what this one is called, and it's posted by FVFWPR3CLNQ, which is kind of interesting because there was a similar named person who actually leaked Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Squeebee last year with a similar name, but it isn't the same person. Don't think that. It's a totally different person, and I think they're just trying maybe to imitate that kind of style. Or it could be real. Who knows? Either way, it's a rumor, so let's go through it, guys. So, story gems. Here's what he goes through here, saying the main story revolves around two factions that fight for control of the region. Working names are House, Sword, and Shield. Now, working names, that would imply, working names would imply that these are, I mean, names that are in progress, right? That aren't, like, set names. Which is strange because I think that by this point in time, you know, names and stuff for the different characters would be kind of set in stone, and this is not the sort of stuff that you'd be dealing with, you know, at a later point. I think this is the sort of thing that, you know, you'd be finished with. This would actually be in the games already, and you wouldn't be deciding on it at a later point, like, you know, the year of release. I don't think you'd be doing that, but, I mean, hey, who am I to say? Next point here is that the Elite Four helps you unify the region, and each one helps you through a certain part of the story. They're based on the Knights of the Round Table. Now, of course, I've talked about this theory in, you know, in previous videos. I mean, honestly, there's been so many different theories, but the Knights of the Round Table is a theory that's been, you know, speculated upon, as it does relate well to the UK and whatnot, and since Galar is based on the UK, it wouldn't be surprising if they went down that path, right? It wouldn't be surprising, and there probably will be a reference to that, right? Because this is Game Freak we're talking about, and they love taking mythology from different regions, that they're like places they're basing these regions on. They like taking the mythology of those places and inserting those into the, whatchamacallit, into the actual games themselves, right? Taking, you know, oh, maybe this character that existed in real life, well, let's take that character and make our own version of that person into a, you know, Pokemon character, whatever. Or, hey, maybe there's a, you know, creature from mythology from this part of the world. Well, it fits well with our, you know, region we're making here, so let's take that in here. It's a very common thing when it comes to Game Freak and development cycles. They like to take mythology from different places, including the place which, you know, we're looking at here, which is the UK. So it wouldn't be surprising me if they do the round table thing, which would be pretty cool, by the way. I actually would like that. So, next thing here, House Sword is led by a young prince, and House Shield is led by an elderly queen. That just sounds like very on the nose, my dude, because when you say elderly queen, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm just thinking about, like, the Queen of England, you know what I mean? Like, her coming through with a little, like, you know, cane and stuff. I mean, like, oi, governor, or some shit. I mean, honestly, I'm being way too stereotypical. My point is, when you say old lady, I mean, elderly queen, I'm just thinking the Queen of England. I mean, I'm just being honest, dude. That's all I'm thinking of. And I don't think that... Would they really be that on the nose, though? Like, Game Freak themselves? Would they go that far as to make it so very, like, on the nose and kind of stereotypical-esque? Not really stereotypical, but, like, kind of, you know, esque, that sort of thing. Now, them being stereotypical isn't a surprise. They've done it before in Pokemon games, you know, having, you know, like, if they're basing something on a specific part of the world, like, for example, basing Alola on Hawaii, they have the character saying, you know, Alola, or, like, Aloha, what, actually, what, do they say Aloha or like... I can't remember the actual wording for it. My point is, they kind of, like, everything kind of has got this kind of stereotypical-esque feeling to it of what you'd assume it to be like in Hawaii based on movies and stuff you've seen in, you know, pop culture and all that. So they kind of tend to be a little bit stereotypical in that sense. Not 100%. I'm not trying to say that they're being offensive or anything, but they kind of go down that path, you know, a lot. So that's just how it is sometimes. But yeah, I just want to kind of bring that up as it is a worthwhile point. Also, yes, that just was weird. Got bottles of Coke here. Either way, just want to bring that up real quick, that it's a little bit of a thing to keep in mind. Also, yes, my Cokes moved because somebody opened the door, and sorry about that. Either way, where was I? I lost track. So, no, they're not 100% stereotypical. They don't do that 24/7, but they do have aspects of that in their games, so it wouldn't be surprising me whatsoever. Now, the next thing here that they mention here is that the king of the House Sword is too aggressive and the leader of House Shield is too conservative. Stories about uniting them and teaching them to find a balance between the two. Okay, House Sword will awaken the box legend in Pokemon Shield and vice versa. It will threaten to destroy the region and you will stop it. Alright, that's a fair point. This is after collecting all 8 badges. Pretty basic Pokemon story. Seems reasonable. I don't really expect Game Freak to go any sort of like, you know, off the rails and off the books and all that sort of stuff. I mean, they kind of tend to stay pretty reasonable with their kind of approach. They tend to stay, you know, in line. But they are saying this is going to be a different sort of game. So will they go for the kind of classic cliche-esque, you know, story? I don't know. The next thing he says is the Black Tower in the open world area of the map, middle section, is where the box legendary resides. It is referred to as Blackfall Tower. See, I feel like these are references to something else. See, I gotta make sure when I read these things that I gotta make sure, like, you know, these aren't references to something else, you know what I mean? Because that's what it could be. And I'm not sure if that's a reference to something else. Also, I don't know, dude. I don't think that's where the box legendary would be hiding. Why? Because you see that area there with the, you know, the lake. Well, that's clearly Loch Ness, right? Where, you know, you've got the Nessie is apparently supposed to be, right? And of course, the actual tower there is based on a real, like, castle, you know, broken down kind of, like, the ruins of a castle and tower that's actually in the real life, you know, equivalent in the world. Now, I don't know the story about that place, but I will read into it at a later point and bring it up again into a future video because it's actually a pretty intriguing thing. But I don't think a legendary, like, of major, you know, capacity would be hiding exactly there. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, I don't know, but it seems a little bit too small for it to be hiding there. Then again, we don't know how the actual big the tower really is, you know, once we're in the game. But either way, so, no Kalos post-game, but there's a large post-game island that is 100% open world. The wolf member of the legendary trio lives in a mountain here. Really? That's strange. And a legendary trio with a wolf member. Okay, fair enough. Gyms can be challenged in any order at certain parts of the story. House Sword's leader is the last gym leader in Pokemon Shield and vice versa. Fair enough. The champion is... Wait, they can... Wait, in any order? Does that mean we have some level of, like, open world-esque freedom, which would be great? The champion is a princess. She is the sister of the House Sword... of the House Sword Prince, but both are not related to the leader of House Shield. Champion plays a big role in the story, fair enough. Continue below, and he continues down here saying that Pokemon. 103 new Pokemon, 100 Pokemon regularly available, and 3 Mythics. I feel like I've read this sort of exact kind of listing in a previous one that I've kind of gone through, kind of a previous list. Rumor, or whatever you want to call them. The Bug Dragon leak is fake, an extremely good one, but a fake, fair enough. I'm still unsure about that one. I'm more on the side of it being fake than real, but who knows. Main legendary trio are a serpent, a horse, and a wolf is the trio master. See... The main legendary... Wait, trio. Okay, so he's talking about the legendary trio. Okay, so the 2 legendaries from the box covers. Alright, and he's literally just kind of repeating what's been said by the original rumor we saw. That rumor that came before, or that people are calling it a leak now, but the rumor that came before the reveals of Sword and Shield by, like, I don't know, 6 days. On the 21st of February. That rumor said that there was going to be a serpent and, you know, a metal snake and a wooden horse that were going to be the legendaries. And that rumor also said we're going to be getting armored evolutions, whatever. So, I mean, I assume he's taking it from that one, but I don't know, man. Either way. He continues on saying that the secondary trio, like the dogs or birds, so the normal trio of legendaries, you know what I mean, the legendary trio, which is what we usually call those, not the, you know, the box art legendaries, those will be, one is a dragon ice type, the next one is dragon psychic, and the last one is dragon grass. And I would assume that they're all dragons in some, you know, way or shape, and not like, you know, dogs or birds or whatever we got in the past. Serpent is House Sword legendary, and the horse is House Shields. The Serpent is offensive, and the horse is defensive, obviously. The wolf is a mix of offense and defense. Serpent's typing is Steel/Dragon, Horse's typing is Steel/Fairy. Alright. And the trio Master Wolf is Pure Steel. The trio all share a unique ability called Gallantry. See, gallantry. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not sure what the ability does, sorry. Scorpion's final evolution is Fire Fairy, Sobble is Water Dragon, and Grookey is Grass Fighting. New evolution is a Steel type and uses a new stone to evolve, which would be, I mean, a Steel type would be great, because that would, like, be a counter to the, previous evolution we got, which was Sylveon. So it would be a good counter for that. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, so next one here. New pseudo legend, Dragonite, Garchomp, etc. type Pokemon is a Dragon Fire. Really a lot of Dragon here. I don't think they're gonna do that much Dragon. Let me be honest, okay? I see too much Dragon being mentioned here. And the reason I don't think we're gonna get that much Dragon, I mean, sure, it's a pseudo legendary. It's gonna be Dragon, but I feel like I'm seeing too many mentions of dragons here. You know what I mean? Dragon Trio, Steel Dragon for the Serpent, and Dragon Fire for the pseudo. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of dragons here, okay? And I know the UK is like kind of the perfect place to do that for, but it just seems like it's a tad too much, you know what I mean? A tad too much, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I mean, I love Dragon Legend, Dragon type Pokemon, but I mean, whatever. Either way, so the Dragon Fire, its final evolved form is the Ace of the Champion. Okay, regional variants based on Johto Pokemon. That would be great. The only one I was told about is that there is a new version of Shuckle that is... Dude, I feel like this is just memes at this point, dude. I saw somebody saying that Shuckle is going to be worshipped in these games, and then somebody here's like, Shuckle's going to be getting a new version, of Shuckle that is offensive, or an offense version. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Shuckle is just a meme Pokemon in my head, and I don't think they're going to... I mean, hey, actually, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. It's going to get an offense form. Let's go, dude. I'm on board. No, but seriously, though, I don't know, man. It seems a little bit odd. Armor forms are a thing, and in lots of leaks I pointed out. There are two types of armored forms, sword and shield form. The new starters have both a sword and shield form, only Pokemon to have both. Charizard has a sword form that is a glass cannon. Dragonite has a shield version that is defensive. No new Mega, sadly. They are focused on these sword and shield forms. Fossils are a Saber-tooth Tiger that is a Rock Electric, and a Triceratops as Rock Ground. See, that's where you lose me. Usually there's always that one part of the rumor that loses me, and that's the fossils. So we haven't had fossils like what, X and Y, and I don't think they do a saber-toothed, like, as much as I want a fossil Pokemon that's based on a saber-toothed, tiger. I don't know, man. It just seems unlikely, but, I mean, who might say? Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this one's a fun one. I kind of like the things that are being said here. I do like the concept of having, the aspect of having 100 new Pokemon. I mean, that sounds like, bellissimo, dude. I'm on board for that. But the likeliness of that happening, with all this specific stuff, I don't know, brother. I don't know. But you guys, it's just me. I'm just bringing you the information, talking about it, discussing it, all that sort of stuff. In my personal opinion, I like this rumor. There's a lot of these recently that I really like, and it's usually the ones that mention they're going to have a lot of Pokemon in them, because I do like those. They're fun, because I want to see more Pokemon in these games. I really want to see a bunch of Pokemon, to be frankly honest. But, yeah, it's an interesting one. I thought I'd cover it, talk about it. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then drop a like down below. Also, if you haven't checked out our shirts, guys, we're going to be keeping them on sale for a bit longer, but we're going to be, getting that shit out, we've got to rather be replacing them not too long from now. So if you still want to pick one up, do that. Also, I had to open up a Patreon in case YouTube goes a little bit skedaddle. So if you want to support on there, that'd be appreciated. Either way, thanks so much for watching. Drop a like down below, subscribe for future videos. Thank you so much for watching. My name is RuffledRowlit. Have a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.